Hello friends, the topic for today is business processes in Internet of Things. In this video, we'll discuss what is business process, IoT integration with enterprise system and distributed business processes in IoT. Let us start with the introduction. A business process is a collection of related events, activities and decisions that involve a number of actors and resources and that collectively leads to an outcome that is of value for an organization or a customer. Examples of business processes include order to cash, procure to pay, application to approval, claim to settlement, or fault to resolution. A business process refers to a series of activities, often a collection of interrelated processes in a logical sequence within an enterprise, leading to a specific result. There are several types of business processes such as management, operational, supporting, all of which aim at achieving a specific mission objective. As business processes usually span several systems and may get very complex, several methods and techniques have been developed for their modeling, such as the Business Process Model and Notation (BPMN), which graphically represents business process in a business process model. Managers and business analysts model an enterprise processes in an effort to depict the real way an enterprise operates and subsequently to improve efficiency and quality. Several key business processes in modern enterprise systems heavily rely on interaction with the real world process, largely for monitoring but also for some control or management in order to take business critical decisions and optimize actions across the enterprise. The introduction of modern ICT has significantly changed the way enterprise and therefore the business processes interact with the real world. As shown in figure, we have witnessed a paradigm shift with the dramatic reduction of data acquisition from the real world. This was attributed mostly to the automation offered by machine embedded in the real world. A figure shows the decreasing cost of information exchange between the real world and the enterprise system with the advancement of machine to machine. Initially, all of these interactions were human based, for example via keyboard, or human assisted, for example via a barcode scanner. However, with the relevance of RFID, WSN, that is the wireless sensor networks, and advanced network embedded devices, all information exchange between the real world and the enterprise system can be done automatically without any human intervention and at a blazing speed. Then in the M2M era, connected devices can be clearly identified, and with the help of services, this integration leads to an active participation of devices to the business process. This direct integration is changing the way business processes are modeled and executed today as new requirements come into play. Existing modeling tools are hardly designed to specify aspects of real-world modeling environments and capture their full characteristics. To this direction, the existence of service-oriented architecture, 3D devices, that is, devices that offer their functionalities as web service, simplifies the integration and interaction, as they can be considered as traditional web service that runs on a specific device. Nevertheless, there is an ongoing research on inclusion of semantics in order to include in an easier and more accurate way the M2M business process modeling and execution. The industrial adoption of IoT, for example, of wireless sensor network, is hampered by lack of integration of WSNs with the business process modeling language and backend system. There are, however, promising approaches such as one provided by MakeSense, which tackles the problem space with the unified programming framework and a compilation change that from high-level business process specifications generates code ready for deployment on WSN nodes. A layered approach for developing, deploying and managing WSN applications that natively interact with enterprise information systems such as business process engine and processes running therein is proposed and accessed. M2M and IoT empower business processes to acquire very detailed data about the operations and inform about the conditions in the real world in a very timely manner. Subsequently, better business intelligence and more informed decision making can be realized. The latter enables business to operate more efficiently, which translates the business competitive advantage. Then let us go to the IoT integration with the enterprise system. M2M communication and the vision of the IoT was a new era where billions of devices will need to interact with each other and exchange information in order to fulfill their purpose. Much of this communication is expected to happen over the internet technologies and tap into the extensive experience acquired with the architectures and experiences in the internet web over the last several decades. More sophisticated, though still overwhelming, experimental approach go beyond simple integration and target more complex interactions where collaborations of devices and system is taking place. Now, as shown in figure, cross-layer interaction and cooperation can be pursued. Here you can see this can be pursued at the M2M level where machine cooperate with each other, machine focus interaction, as well as at the machine to business layer where machines cooperate also with the network based services, business systems, it is business service focus and application. So as shown in figure, we can see several devices in the lower layer. These can communicate with each other over short range protocols, for example over Zigbee, Bluetooth, or even longer distance protocols, for example Wi-Fi, etc. So hence the communication will be possible. Some of them may host services, for example REST services, and even have dynamic discovery capabilities based on the communication protocol or other capabilities, for example WS eventing in TPWS. Some of them may be very resource constrained, which means that auxiliary gateways could provide additional support such as mediation of communication, protocol translation, etc. Independent of whether the devices are able to discover and interact with other devices and systems directly or via the support of infrastructure, the M2M interactions enable them to empower several applications and interact with each other in order to fulfill their goals. Promising real-world integration is done using a service-oriented approach by interacting directly with the respective physical elements, for example via web services running on device, or via more lightweight approaches such as the REST. In the case of legacy system, gateways and services mediators are in place to enable such integration challenges. However, in the era of sophisticated network embedded devices, one interaction and virtualized resources, dilemma is emerging which manifests to which functionalities can be abstracted and migrated to the cloud, and which of these should still remain on the device itself. This is not an easy decision to make, as benefits and constraints exist in both directions, so practically we expect an amalgamation of them to occur. Many of the services that will interact with the devices are expected to be network services available, for example in the cloud. The main motivation for enterprise services is to take advantage of cloud characteristics such as virtualization, scalability, multi-tenancy, performance, lifecycle management, etc. Similarly, we expect to see that large number of devices and generally cyber physical systems will make their functionality available on the cloud. As such, we are moving towards an infrastructure where the cloud and its services take the prominent position towards empowering modern enterprises and their business process. This is shown in figure. As you can see here, a key motivator is the minimization of communication overhead with the multiple endpoints by, for example, transmission of data to a single or limited number of points in the network and letting the cloud do the load balancing and further mediation of the communication. For instance, as shown in the figure. Here, a content delivery network (CDN) can be used in order to get access to the generalized data from locations that are far away from the M2M infrastructure, geographically, network-wise, etc. To this end, the data acquired by the device can be offered without overconsumption of device resources, while in parallel, better control and management can be applied. Typical examples include enabling access to the full historical data, pre-processing of information, transparently upgrading the cloud services, or even not providing access to internal systems for security reasons. This clear decoupling of things and usage of their data is expected to further empower information-driven business processes and applications that can operate over federated infrastructure. Then let us go to the distributed business in IoT. Today, as seen on the left part of figure, the integration of devices in business processes merely implies the acquisition of data from the device layer, its transportation to the backend systems, its assessment, and once decision is made, potentially the control of the device which adjusts its behavior. However, in the future, due to large scale of IoT as well as the huge data that it will generate, such approaches are not viable. Transportation of data from point of action where the device collects or generates them all the way to the backend system and then evaluate their usefulness will not be practical for communication reasons, as well as due to the processing load that will incur at the enterprise side. This is something that the current systems were not designed for. Enterprise systems trying to process such a high rate of non or minor relevancy data will be overloaded. As such, the first strategic step is to minimize communication with enterprise systems to only what is relevant for business. With the increase in the resources, for example, computational capabilities in the network and especially on the devices themselves, there is more memory, multi-core CPUs, etc. It makes sense not to host the intelligence and the computation required for it only on the enterprise side, but actually distribute it on the network and even on the edge nodes, that is the device themselves, as shown in the right side of figure. Partially outsourcing functionality traditionally residing in the backend system to the network itself and the edge nodes means we can realize distributed business processes whose sub-processes may execute outside the enterprise system. As devices are capable of computing, they can either realize the task of processing and evaluating business relevant information they generate by themselves or in the cluster. Distributing the computational load in the layers between the enterprise and the real world infrastructure is not the only reason. Distributing business intelligence is also significant motive. Business processes can bind during execution of dynamic resources that they discover locally and integrate them to the better achieve their goals. Being in the world of service mashup, will witness a paradigm shift not only in the way individual devices but also how cluster of them interact with each other and with enterprise systems. Modeling of business process can now be done by focusing on the functionality provided and that can be discovered dynamically during runtime and not on the concrete implementation of it. We care about what is provided but not how, as shown in figure. Here we have business processes T1, TI to TM and services type S1, SI to SM able to execute the business process. As such, we can now model distributed business processes that execute on enterprise system, in network and on device. The vision is to additionally consider during runtime the requirements and costs associated with the execution in order to select the best available instances and optimize the business process in a total according to the enterprise needs. For example, for low impact on the device energy source or for high speed communication, etc. Then considerations. Existing tools and approaches need to be extended to the make the business process IoT aware. The current terminology in modeling tools is focused on the enterprise context, does not include the notation of physical entities such as devices as they are considered in IoT. Although distributed execution of processes exists, for example in BPMN, additional work is needed to be able to select the devices in which such processes execute and consider their characteristics or dynamic resources, etc. The dynamic aspect of key importance in IoT, as this is mobile and availability is not guaranteed, which means that availability in modeling time does not guarantee the availability at runtime and vice versa. Even if latter holds true, this might again change during the execution of business process. Hence, fault tolerance needs to be considered. IoT infrastructures are expected to be large scale, hence scalability is an aspect that needs to be considered in the business process modeling and execution. In addition, event-based interactions among the processes play a key role in IoT, as business process flow may be influenced by an event or as its result trigger a new event. Such considerations need to be seen also under the light of real-time interaction, which may be mandatory in several domains, for example, industrial automation. The same is also hold true for the quality of information acquired at each step, as resource-constrained devices may have higher probability of delivering non-error-free information, for example, due to malfunction, etc. The latter would enable a different modeling of processes that depend on this information and not consider it always as correct or trustworthy. Then let us come to the conclusion. Modern enterprises operate on a global scale and depend on complex business processes. Business continuity needs to be guaranteed, and therefore efficient information acquisition, evaluation and interaction with the real world are of key importance. The infrastructure involved is a heterogeneous one, and where millions of devices are interconnected, ready to receive instructions and create event notifications, and where the most advanced ones depict self-behavior, for example, self-management, self-healing, self-optimization, etc. and collab. So this can lead to the paradigm change, as business logic can now be intelligently distributed to several layers such as the network or even the device layer, creating a new opportunities but also challenges that need to be accessed. Future enterprise will be in position to better integrate state and events of the physical world in a timely manner, and hence to lead to more diverse, highly dynamic and efficient business application. So with this, we come to the end of this video. If you like the video, press the like button, share with your friends and subscribe to our channel Engineering and Technology for You. And don't forget to press the bell icon so that you get notifications for our future videos on this topic. Then thanks for watching. Have a nice day.